Italiano, and so the basics for the fight. Danny Little Red Lopez is 26 years of age. So is his opponent, Juan Malvares. As for the fighters' records, Lopez has 37 wins, 3 losses, 35 of them KOs. Here's a banger, and especially emphasizes the right. He had a point in his career back in '74 when it looked like he was washed up, and at the age of 22, before that, he had had great success. But he hung with it and came back, and in '75 enjoyed a big victory over Ruben Olivares, a great fighter, who was then in the twilight of his career. And it was in '76 that he won the featherweight crown. More on that later. Malvares, on the other side of the coin, is a man who is superbly conditioned, as all Argentine fighters are. That is the key to Argentinian fighters, the way they condition themselves. Lopez just introduced by the ring announcer. Black trunks, red stripes. Now they go to the center of the ring. Benny Giorgino, Jackie McCoy, Memo Soto will be in the corner. Remember, the referee is Marcello Bertini of Italy. Judges, Fernandez, Puerto Rico, Chavarria of Mexico. The bell for round 1. Malvares in the white trunks. Lopez, notoriously a slow starter. Easy to hit, takes a lot of punishment, but with his punching power has succeeded in knocking out 35 of his opponents. Malvares quickly to the right lead and a follow-up left, showing more power than was expected of him. And Lopez went down. But let me caution you, Lopez has gone down many times early in the fight against his opponents. That knockdown came at approximately 37 seconds, unofficially in round 1. Quick action instantly. The right lead by Malvares, which has become a trademark of so many young fighters these days. It was Ali who first popularized it years ago against a fighter named Alan Hudson in the Olympic trials in San Francisco back in 1960. But the action resumes. Now, don't be misled. Malvares may be able to keep up this pace, but other fighters have floored Lopez early in the fight, and Lopez has the capacity to come on. People on the West Coast who've seen him through the years know this. We're a little more than a minute and a half into the first round of this scheduled 15-rounder World Boxing Council Featherweight Championship bout. Not going to bore you at this moment with the jurisdictional chaos of boxing, the WBC, the WBA. Malvares full of confidence on the basis of that quick knockdown. The right lead and then the left. Again, a right lead by Malvares. Malvares is full of confidence and totally the aggressor. Action instantly in what we think will be an exciting boxing night. Oh, a good combination by Malvares. You saw it. The long left and the follow-up right. Lopez, as I told you, easy to hit. Takes punishment well. Lopez's own right is his best punch. The round, though, overwhelmingly Malvares's. And between rounds, we'll show you that knockdown again. Malvares scoring again with the combination. The end of the round. As I told you, in slow motion, we're going to show you that knockdown again. Watch closely. There's the right But that's not the right that did the job. Now watch. That's the right lead, and the left, and the right again. The right lead, the left, and the right again, and down went Lopez. There's Danny Little Red Lopez in his corner.
Try to stay in close, with your chin down a little bit. There's going to be broken. You get to a little bit.
As you're looking at Benny Giorgino work over his fighter in the corner, looking back upon that knockdown reflectively, there had been a left, and Malvares struck over the left with the right lead. That hurt Lopez. There was a follow-up left in combination, and then a subsequent right, and that's what put Lopez down. The bell, second round action underway. Gate for this one is over $4 million, far exceeding the record for Tony Dempsey, the prior record in 27. Oh, staggered again by Malvares. Malvares, beautifully conditioned, in total command thus far. Sharp with both the right and left, totally unafraid. Wait a minute, this fight, you saw that scorching right. I told you that Lopez had great comeback capacity. Malvares was careless. He had grown overconfident, and the right finished him off. We've got an early knockout. The actual unofficial time as we have it, 1 minute, 44 seconds of the second round, and they're trying to bring Malvares to. Malvares, utterly confident, began scoring early in the second round. Exactly why I cautioned you that Lopez often goes down in the early rounds and has great comeback capacity. Now let's look at it again in slow motion. What a quick ending. Look at that right lead, then the left. He was already gone. He was going down from the first right lead. Malvares kept his left low. He left himself wide open. Now we're troubled because Malvares is still on the floor. Little Red Lopez, a terrific banger, came into this bout with 35 knockouts to his credit. This, of course, 36. 37 wins coming in, only 3 losses. Now, I'm going to bring in Chris Schenkel as I go up into the ring to try to interview the winner.
All right, Howard, now going to this 20-foot square ring to interview the young man that has American Indian blood running through his veins, and a young man who has the power making up for a lack of defense, Danny Lopez. And the young man, the 26-year-old boxer from Argentina, who had won his last 27 bouts, is out still. On his back now. He fell on his stomach, and wisely, Dr. Italiano of the Louisiana State Athletic Commission rolled him over on his back. It'll take a little while. They now have an ice pack under his head. The ice pack resting on a towel, and now he's getting up very slowly. But this is what happens when you become a headhunter early in a bout and open for shots like this. That's Malvares in white. This is another angle, and this man Lopez, look at this right. A devastating right hand, followed up by a left, but it was that right hand lead because Malvares was open, and they ended it in the second round as we hear now from Howard and Lopez.
All right, we're standing here. I'm looking for which camera we're on. Can I get a direction as to that, please? Up there. We're standing here in the ring with the winner, Danny Little Red Lopez. And you never expected Malvares to come at you that way.
I sure didn't. He really surprised me when he dropped me there in a couple of good combinations in the first round. But I kept my cool. The next round I started watching my hands, keeping them up a little bit, keep from getting hit. And I finally got in a good shot on him, which paid off.
Paid off. Okay. Now, you've got a history, though, of starting slowly and of having been flawed in the early rounds.
Well, I guess that's just the way I started. I mean, I guess naturally a slow starter, and I just wasn't quick enough right off in the first round.
I want to congratulate you on the victory. You've become one of the most exciting fighters in the ring today.
Thank you, Howard. I say hello to my wife, Bobby,
sure,
and my new son, Dylan. He's just 7 days old.
Okay, good luck, Howard. Little Danny Red Lopez. Lopez. Now let's go back to Chris Schenkel at ringside.
All right, Howard, the Ute Indian from out in Utah. Yes, sir, Danny Little Red Lopez. And I know there's a man, a former heavyweight champion of the world watching in New York, Jack Dempsey, part American Indian, who enjoyed that punching power with the right hand. We'll be back.